الشهداء. We send our salutations and blessings to you, the sons and nephews and the brothers of Sayyid al-Shuhada. We send our salutations and blessings to you, all the companions of Sayyid al-Shuhada. And we send our peace and blessings to you, those of you who have gathered here tonight.
There we were, gathered with our children, talking about the story of Karbala. We wanted the children to be inspired by the friends of Hussein, as these moments in their lives are critical, and the desire of having friends is essential. What better way for us than to talk about Habib, one of the Ansars of Aba Abdullah? Who was Habib, our children asked.
Habib was a very dear friend of Sayyid al-Shuhada, a lifelong companion. Someone who, as a boy, the Holy Prophet, while walking, called out towards him and began to caress and hug him. His father, who was there at that time, asked the Prophet, "O Prophet, what deed has my son done to deserve such affection?" With tears in his eyes, the Prophet replied, "Whilst we were walking, I happened to notice this boy. He was walking behind my grandson Hussein, and whenever Hussein steps, he lifted the dust from under Hussein's footsteps and wiped his face in respect. O Mazahir, this boy will come to my Hussein's help one day."
Jump forward to a time on the plains of Karbala where the soldiers of Yazid kept coming. Zainab turned to her brother and said, "Ya Akhi, O my brother, why are all these soldiers coming?" The Imam replied, "My dear sister, they are gathering to kill me." Zainab responds, "Brother, you have hardly 72 men with you, while the enemy are in thousands." With tears now flowing, she adds, "Do you not have anyone ready to come to your help?"
Shortly thereafter, a husband, a wife, a young boy are gathered. In Kufa, they sit for a meal when a knock on the door and a messenger arrives. Habib unfolds a letter, receives it and kisses it, while tears burst out unchecked down his cheeks. At his wife's behest, he then utters, "Who would have ever have thought that people would be so thirsty for the blood of the grandson of the Holy Prophet, whose name they mention in every salat and in every adhan?" Habib, his wife tells him, "Your childhood friend has called you. Your master is in need of you. What are you waiting for? Go! Go before it's too late." Habib instructs his servant to take his horse to a farm outside Kufa and to wait for him there. At Asr, when he gets a chance, Habib slips out of the city to reach the farm where his horse and his servants await him. He quickly mounts his horse and says to his slave, "Go, my friend, go. I am freeing you today from my services." "Master," his servant responds, "you are being unfair. I have served you faithfully for many a year. Now that I have a chance to serve the son of Sayyida Fatima, you ask me to go?" Habib was taken aback by the words, but pleased to hear that his servant had recognized the difference between truth and falsehood. He wanted to sacrifice his life for the truth. So together they galloped towards Karbala, reaching there late in the evening.
The children asked, "Do these types of friends exist today?" They sure do. You'll know who they are when you continue to love your Lord, His Prophet and Imams. Emulate them and not give up your religion just to fit in. These are the friends who you want to keep. Social media of today pressures the young to have many friends. It's about the quantity. It's not about the quantity, but about the quality. True friends are by your side when you need them most. You need to be inspired by the Imams who stood up for the truth and spoke about injustice, and to be sure to search for friends like Habib, who will be supportive because that friend sees the truth through you. These friends are priceless.
A Bedouin once asked the Prophet, "What is Islam?" He, the Prophet, replied that it is but two things. The first being the worship of Allah, the second being the benevolence towards others. In the time leading up to Karbala, the day of Karbala itself, and the events after Karbala, the Imam and his family, his women and his companions showed us how to do this.
Inspired by Hussein, the Ansar of Hussein, and the teaching of the Holy Prophet, we must continue to struggle against Yazid of today by way of developing those virtues and traits that were the flag bearers of Hussein's army, namely loyalty, courage, selflessness, and mostly piety, the belief in one true God who is benevolent and merciful and who loves us more than we can really appreciate.
As parents, the legacy we want to leave our kids is the confidence that they can achieve these qualities. The Ansars of Hussein were ordinary people, in the sense that they were not bestowed any divine guidance. What made them special was their willingness to sacrifice their time, their wealth, their energy, not for fame or for praise, not for recognition or for glory, but simply to uphold the truth for the love of the truth. In doing so, we tacitly pledge allegiance to the Imam of our time, and we begin to ready ourselves for the oft-repeated statement, "Oh Hussein, if only we were with you in Karbala."
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.